Did you people see the video what Joe Biden had to say about fraud? I mean, we have all these people running around on the Republican side saying it was fraud. We have all these people on the other side in the news media saying it wasn't. Listen to what Joe Biden said and then answer me a couple of questions. Will you please?
Secondly, we're in a situation where we have put together, and you guys did it for our administration, the President Obama's administration before this. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
For Joe Biden to say that we have the most distinctive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics could only mean one of two things. I'm being very liberal when I say one of two things. What seems unlikely to me is if he's saying that we have made sure that we have taken steps that there could be no fraud, or if there is any fraud, we can prove it. Now, since he's a Democrat and they're not accusing the Republicans of doing any fraud, then he must mean, in that case, they can prove that there isn't any fraud. Well, if there isn't any fraud, why aren't they stepping up and stopping all this talk from Republicans and proving the fact that there wasn't any? That would be the quickest, simplest thing to do. On the other hand, people like me think that Joe is not all there in his head. And maybe, just maybe, Joe had a moment of clarity and the truth came out. That he's in fact stating that they have taken massive steps to make sure that he wins the election. I mean, after all, think about it. Trump had over 71 million votes that they acknowledged him getting, which is about 10 million more than he had the last time. They claim Joe had more than 80 million votes. Now, who believes that Joe Biden was more popular than Obama? I mean, Trump had more votes than anyone in history, and then Joe outdid him. Trump had massive rallies, and nobody showed up at anything Joe did except for about 10, 15 people. I realize the Democrats want to win. I understand that. We want to win too, but do you really think that Joe Biden got all those votes? And do you really think that the media couldn't discover the fraud that's showing up if they wanted to? What they're doing, I believe, is trying to put Joe in office, and just as soon as he gets in there a month or two, they're going to get him out and give you the real person they're trying to make president, Kamala. Hey, it doesn't make sense, people. It doesn't take a brain science to figure out that we've been had. You might be happy if they win, but the same people that will lie to get in power are the same people that will lie to you while they're in power. The same people that will abuse you and misuse you because you allowed them to. The only way that we have a republic, the only way that we have a country worth standing for, is if we honestly and truthfully have elections that everybody can be satisfied with the results. When we have blatant fraud, we have blatant lies, we have blatant accusations that go untested, and a media that cooperates with those liars, one day it's going to come back and bite each and every one of you to justify this wickedness in your own rear ends. And then you'll be really sorry.